Welcome back to Business Bliss Workshop. We are here with our bonus heart-led sales building belief session. So we've gone through the keys of manifesting and goal achievement. Some people call it manifesting, some people call it goal achievement. It's the same framework, however you look at it. So you have to generate new ideas and then own your thoughts and then build a plan backed by faith and burning desire and get into inspired action. So we've gone through all those stages already. And I truly do believe there is a fifth key and step, which is belief. So building your belief in your dreams and in yourself. For so many of us, we might get through the first few stages and then we lose when we don't lean into belief. So today is all about building belief in yourselves, in your dreams, in your capabilities, and keeping your mind on the prize. Remember when we went through our thought lesson, we talked a lot about you own your new idea, you turned it into a goal, and now we win or lose in the mind first with our thoughts. Are we entertaining the positive thoughts or more negative thoughts? And then we have to pause and truly ask ourselves, do we believe? So we've done auto suggestion, we've worked with neuroscience, we've worked with the quantum physics laws, universal laws, and rewiring our brain for success. And then most importantly, last and not least, we must believe. So you must believe in yourself, your dreams, your capabilities. What's going to come is going to be good. So we can entertain all the what ifs, it doesn't work, or we could entertain all the what ifs it does. And so my favorite quote is, whatever the mind of the man can conceive and believe, it can achieve. So you conceived it. Now, do you believe it so you can achieve it? So today is not only about building belief, we are also working with heart-led sales. So we're going to do a little bonus heart-led sales training, and then we're actually going to sell you on your own dream and building belief in yourself. So step number one, so there's no workbook for today. So make sure you do have your workbook from the master or from the workshop, and there's note sections in there, or you could fill it out in a journal or a separate piece of paper if you wanted to make notes from today, or just listen. And of course, I can help you guys so much more. Please do book your free vision casting call and let's get connected. And guys, it's not a sales call. I don't expect you to work with me. It's simply a way for me to support you. And if it's not for you, that's also okay too. And if you want that extra service, I'm here to support you as a thank you for going through the workshop and learning this knowledge and ideally turning around and using it for your highest good and the highest good of all involved. So let's dive into today's training. Number one, you must first get connected to your mission and your vision. When most people go for their goals, it's not because they're being pulled forward by a vision. It's because they're running from fear. What if it doesn't work? What if I'm not good enough? If I don't have this, I won't be good enough. And instead of being pulled by fear, worry, doubt, shame, all the negative emotions, guilt, we want to instead be pulled forward by our mission and our vision and our why. So, what do you want? And why do you want it? What's your mission? Why are you here? Why do you keep showing up as a business owner? It's not easy to do, and not many people will. They say only about 10 to 12% of the population is willing to be an entrepreneur and do what it takes to be a successful entrepreneur. And only 1 in 20 people will actually follow what I've taught this week and create their life by design instead of default. That means 80% of the population will live by default instead of design because they don't know what they want and where they're going, and they're being pulled forward by somebody else's dream and vision. And I want you to be pulled forward by yours. So, number one, get connected to your mission, your vision, your why. Why do you show up in your business? Why do you love serving your clients? Why do you want to help them get that ideal outcome? What's that number one problem you're helping them solve? And why do you want to help them solve it? Let's get really clear. You want your mission to be so heartfelt that when you go and do what you do, everybody feels it. Number two, you need to get clear on your services. And this I see a lot of people pivoting and changing things up in their business instead of building deeper strategies and improving their strategies. They keep changing their offers. And maybe there's actually nothing wrong with the offer. Maybe it does need improvement. Maybe it doesn't. Maybe there's other things. And so, what we need absolute clarity on is what we are serving. So, how do you serve? How do you take your gifts, your mission, and turn around and serve the world with it? Number three, work with the universal laws. So there's the law of cause and effect, the law of all laws, and you are the cause and your results are the effect. And it just simply means where our thoughts, feelings, and actions have been for the majority of the time previously. That creates the effect. So you may think, I think about my goal all the time. Yet perhaps you're actually thinking about the goal from a state of seeking it, like, where is it? Instead of, I'm so grateful. And what would it really feel like to have it? And so we want to start to be the cause to create the effect that we desire. Instead of being in blame and shame and fear, worry and doubt and pointing the finger the other way, we want to take full responsibility, no make wrong, just everything is what it is, and start to change our cause, our habits, our thoughts, our beliefs, our actions, our environment, so that our effect starts to change. Then there's the law of compensation. I always love to say to leave people with an impression of increase because you get back what you give. And so, if you would like to increase your revenue this year, how can you increase your service? So, a really great question for you to do. And in Lead the Field from Procter and Gallagher Institute, when I studied in that program, one of the things we were to do each day was to write down, how can I increase my service? And then write down 6 ideas that we would do to improve and increase our service the very next morning. And so perhaps that's an exercise that you can do to help work with the law of compensation to increase your service so that you can increase the return. And not just to increase the return, of course, to improve your service and leave people with an impression of increase. And we know that what we give out comes back. And so you can't get more than what you've provided. And you can't be paid more for than what you're worth and what you're providing. So, number 4, ask every day, how can I increase my service? So, service is selling, and then serving your clients with your gifts. You need to see it that way. So, you need to see that what you get to do every single day is sharing your gifts with the world. And if you want to increase your impact and your income and your influence, that is going to require you to extend invitations. Ask people to buy with you from you, work with you, shop at your store, refer a friend, share about your content, give you a testimonial, actually extending invitations so that you can increase your service. Because if you don't sell, you can't serve. So let's say that all together. I am increasing my service and my sales because sales is serving. So it's actually selfish of you not to share your gifts with the world. Somebody may be sitting out there right now with the problem that you could solve. And if you don't increase your influence and put yourself out there so that they know that they can work with you and you can extend that invitation, they may stay stuck in where they are. And you could be the catalyst to change the rest of their life. Now, before we get into going to do our sales and putting out those invitations, there's a few things I'd like you to do first. Number 1, set up your environment. What does your office look like? What does your workspace look like? What does your sleeping space look like? What does your kitchen look like? Clean up your environment. If there is chaos externally, there is chaos internally. Let me say that again. Please clean up your environment. That even means cleaning out your closets and getting rid of clothes that don't match the new version of you that you just birthed through this workshop. So if there is chaos externally, there is chaos internally. So let's clean up our environment and release what no longer serves us. Now, we talked about inspired action in our inspired action session. So it was so important to remind you that before you go to do the thing that you know you need to do to get the results that you desire, you must first set your intention. Your intention means putting your order into the universe. What is the ideal outcome that you would prefer, that you would like to have from the action? So that's setting your intention. And when we work with the law of observation, we understand that we get what we expect in quantum physics. When we observe particles and we even telepathically like have an expectation, that energy impacts the way the particles behave. So you get what you expect. So set your intention and expect the best. Number two is set your vibration. So you set your intention. Now, how do you set your vibration? You're going to visualize the state of the goal achieved and get into the feeling of the goal achieved. So before you go to do the action, you ask, what is the outcome that I would like to have? And now let's visualize it, creating that future memory, taking yourself 15 minutes past that point of goal achievement and truly asking yourself, how do I feel with this goal achieved? And then I want you to actually write it out. So write out over and over again. What is your expected revenue that you desire for this month, this year, this quarter? What is the desired outcome that you would like from the action that you're taking? There is so much magic in the neuroscience behind when you decide on something, you write it down, you read it in your head, you read it out loud, and then you close your eyes and you visualize. Remember, your mind knows no difference between real and imagined. So you close your eyes and you visualize, taking yourself 15 minutes past the state of the goal achieved. And this is where the magic happens. We are expecting the best. We're assuming the feeling of the wish fulfilled. We're getting into the feeling and the state of it. We know what that desired outcome is. And now that we feel really good, we're going to double check with ourselves and our intuition. What is the number one thing that I can do that will breed the largest result in the least amount of time with the least amount of effort? How can I get the largest result in the least amount of time with the least amount of effort? Who can I serve today? And following your intuition and reaching out to that person in the feeling and the state of the goal achieved. So these are a quick little rundown of how you can begin to lead from the heart. So sales is serving. We're going to have absolute clarity on our mission and how we can serve with that mission. So what our offer is. We're going to work with the law of cause and effect and compensation. We are going to sell so that we can serve more. And we are going to begin to extend more invitations so that we can increase our impact. And then before we go and take actions, we're going to set our environment, our intention. We're going to set our vibration. We are going to visualize. We're going to write it out. We're going to read it. We're going to see it. We're going to feel it, feel it, feel it, feel it, feel it. And we are going to expect the best, always assuming the feeling of the wish fulfilled. So now let's take a moment and actually sell ourselves on our dreams. So let's take a big deep breath together. Big inhale. Big exhale. Again, big inhale. Big exhale. And if you're driving, please tune out and come back to this at a later date. And if not, if you're fully here, as I expect you are, watching the replay, we're going to put everything else aside right now. We're simply closing our eyes to visualize. So again, with me one more time, fully in and fully out. Beautiful. So closing your eyes, taking a big deep breath. I want you to get really clear on what your mission and your vision is. What do you want? Why are you here? Who are you meant to be in this world? What is your vision for your future? Why do you keep showing up in your business to serve your clients in the world? And have absolute clarity on this, marrying our why and divorcing our excuses, reasons, and alibis. So, what is your mission? Why do you want this? What's your vision for your future and your life? And then why do you want that? So you might say, my vision is to create peace and heaven on earth for the highest good of all. So then we would ask you, why do you want that? Well, perhaps it's so that human ascension can occur because it means we all win or nobody wins. And then let's go even another layer deep. So we're going to go 3 to 7 layers deep and building our belief in ourselves and marrying our why, divorcing our excuses, reasons, and alibis. So now that you're clear on what that is, why is that important to you? What would that look like and feel like to you to be able to have that? Maybe you're creating peace and heaven on earth to help with human ascension. And why did you come to do that? Because that's the legacy you were meant to leave. Why is leaving that legacy important to you? What would that look like and feel like? And who is that version of you showing up, leaving that legacy? And then why is it important for that to happen? Why do you really want it? I mean, really, really want it. Because that means I will get to have lived my life on my terms, happy and fulfilled. And so, why do you want that? Because I know that if I don't live my life on my own terms, happy and fulfilled, I will not enjoy the journey. And so, I really want to enjoy the journey, always speaking in the positive. So, why is it important for you to enjoy the journey? Well, it's important for me to enjoy the journey because that's God's gift to us, is to be creator gods and create and enjoy the journey. And so then we keep going another layer deep and we keep asking ourselves, why? Why do you want that? Why is that important to you? So we're going 7 layers deep. What do you want? What is your mission? What does that look like and feel like for you? And going 7 layers deep. So, why is that important? Once you have that answer, ask yourself again, why is that important? And keep diving deeper and deeper into the feeling of the wish fulfilled and building that belief in yourself and your dreams. It's so important that you marry your why and build your belief in you. Otherwise, we give up at the first obstacle that comes our way. So go ahead, and when you're ready, come on back into the now and open your eyes. And I'd love for you to jot that down. And maybe some of you even went so deep with your why. You have tears of joy and you're feeling so excited and grateful for what's to come. And so, if you're just joining us, we've just finished wrapping up our heart led sales and then marrying our vision and our why. So, we decided what we wanted, and then we asked, why do you want that? And then, why do you want that? And why do you want that? What would that look like and feel like? What would that mean to you? What's the impact of that? And starting to build that belief so that no matter what comes your way, you know who you are, what you're doing, what you came here to be, do, and have, the gifts you came to share with the world, and you will stay focused on the prize instead of all the what ifs of it won't work out. So, building your belief in yourselves and your dreams is essential, and it doesn't happen by accident. And in fact, we need to do it every single day. And I'd have to say it's probably the most challenging part for most people in the goal creation process and the goal achievement process, because often we have things that come our way, or we have conditioned beliefs or past circumstances or other people who are telling us that's hard, it's not going to work, why even bother? Maybe that's even our own internal dialogue. And this marrying our why and getting really, really clear on what it is and why we want it and what it means for us to have it is what is going to have us bulldozer through all the negativity, all the obstacles, all the naysayers, all the rejection and all the things you will come up against on your journey, because it is a journey. Welcome to the entrepreneur journey. And we want to play the long game. So, whatever is happening is a growth opportunity, and we can overcome it by marrying that why and building our belief in ourselves and our mission that we're here to do. So, if you're catching the replay, congratulations. I hope you just built the dream belief in yourselves and what's possible and got so clear on why it's so important for you to show up day in and day out. And so, if you'd like continued support, I'd love to invite you to come inside and join us inside one of our programs, whether it's our Success Principle Society with our mastermind twice a month, or our weekly group coaching in the Own It Collective, which you also get Success Principle Society in the Own It Collective, whether it's more one-on-one and really smashing those limiting beliefs and doing a rapid breakthrough with me and clearing some of the negative emotions that have us stuck in the same. Maybe you want to lock arms. We can always go through Mastery Mentorship, 6 months one-on-one. I have 2 spots left open for that for this quarter, for me to be able to support you in whatever way works for you. So we would love to invite you to book a consultation call and see what's a fit for you. And if it's not a fit, that's okay. And maybe it's just not right now, and that's also okay. And so I would love to extend that invitation just to chat more, to see how we can continue to support you on your journey and see what is your next best steps. And if it's not working with us at this very moment, that's okay. I'm sure we will come up with ideas and resources on that call. So identifying what's your number one problem to solve right now. What's that number one problem you're going to solve for your audience? And how do you get out there and serve, serve, serve? So again, this is just a short little session for today, bonus session of heart-led sales. We have one more session in Business Bliss, which is tomorrow, and that's the recap session. And so come and join us back tomorrow, last session for January. Guys, this is the last session of this is the last week of the month. And we have a new moon. We have the Chinese New Year. We have lots of incredible energy this week. So remember, stay in your business bliss vibes, expect magic and miracles, stay in the feeling of the wish fulfilled. We are on a mental diet. We are only entertaining positivity and possibility. And when those negative things come in, and because they will, saying it's hard, how are you going to do it, why even bother, whatever, those excuses, reasons, and alibis that come in to rob us of our dreams, we are not entertaining them at all this week. We know what we want. We decided on our goal already. We are putting a plan into place in inspired action, and then owning our mind, our energy, and staying in the feeling of the wish fulfilled. So thank you guys so much for joining us today in this bonus heart-led sales and belief session. And come join us for the full recap tomorrow. I will be going through the full workbook tomorrow. You're very welcome. Thank you so much for joining us here today. And then we'll see you back tomorrow, same time, same bat channel. And remember, expect magic and miracles, stay happy, healthy, wealthy, and what is the best that can happen. Thank you.